專程由香港飛到嚟洛杉磯咧，就係見我哋嘅呢一位氣質女神基蒂白蘭茲 Miss Cate Blanchett. It's my pleasure meeting you.
Yes, likewise.
Can you, before we start, can you say hi to your Hong Kong fans?
Oh, hello to everyone in Hong Kong from Los Angeles.
It's my pleasure meeting you. I've admired you for so long, not only because of your charm on screen, but also off screen. You are the style, fashion icon, beauty icon, and today sitting so close to you, I'm very impressed.
Disappointed.
I am very much impressed because despite the very busy Oscar week schedule, you are still glowing with aura. What is your secret? How do you do that?
Well, I'm a relatively happy person. I think I'm a glass half full rather than glass half empty. But you know, and I have a great fortune of being able to earn a living from what I love doing, which, you know, it's a blessing.
Speaking of your acting versatility, you are famous for nailing roles with diversified personalities. Just to name a few of my favorites are Elizabeth, Bob Dylan, and of course your portrayal of Hollywood legend Katharine Hepburn got you Oscar Best Supporting Actress. Out of the so many characters that you have played, which one do you think has changed your destiny the most?
I would say that I mean, destiny continually changes. None of us are on one path and have to stick to it. I mean, I was an actress working in Australia, primarily in theatre, and then I really thought that there was no chance of me of ever making a film, and then I was offered the role of Queen Elizabeth, and so I suppose that was a big fork in the road for me. But then also I think playing the role of Bob Dylan was another turn and fork in the road, because it was such a terrifying, almost impossible challenge, which I do like those opportunities, and so I felt like that took me in another direction, you know, again, and then obviously leaving film behind for a while to run the theatre company was another change, and I feel I found myself at yet another fork in the road. So there's many moments, I think, in my life and my career that have been moments of big change in terms of my destiny.
We often hear about the lack of more complex roles for actresses in Hollywood, but I think the situation has already improved a lot recently. What do you think the actresses have done to change their destiny in their career?
Well, I think women are great networkers, and I think that there's a critical mass of women across generations, across cultures, across industries, who feel that they don't have access to perhaps the same opportunities that men do, and you can feel very isolated, I think, and impotent to change anything when you're just acting as an individual. But the more we talk about it, the more we publicise those common experiences, I think the more change is possible. But I definitely think it's what you do with a role. You know, there's been many moments in my life where there's been other roles, say, that other actresses have turned down because they're too small, or they didn't think the film was good enough, and I've picked those up, and I've thought, well, I can maybe do something with that. So sometimes there's an opportunity in a situation that doesn't look like an opportunity. You know.
Blue Jasmine got you Oscar Best Actress Award. While I think some actresses may have concern for not looking completely beautiful and perfect on screen, you, on the contrary, cried, go crazy, and with your makeup got all smeared up. How do you become so fearless and comfortable in taking roles that you do not look completely glamorous in?
You know, because at the end of Blue Jasmine, there was a moment where the character is utterly bereft, and so I said to the makeup artist, and she was a bit nervous, I said, I don't want to wear any makeup at all. I think it should be completely naked. And I don't know that that's something that I would have even thought of doing 15 years ago, strangely. But, you know, I felt it was the right thing to do for the character.
This time in Carol, your character has a signature look with catchy red lips and red nails. First of all, congratulations again on your nomination. Being a frequent Oscar nominee, how do you prepare yourself for the big day?
Well, I mean, women are so scrutinised on those red carpets, aren't we? You know, and in everyday life, you don't have to be an actress to feel scrutinised in terms of one's appearance. But it's very simple, I think, for me. I think you can become, you know, it can feel overly important. I mean, it's a huge privilege and pleasure being nominated, but, you know, my routine doesn't really change whether it's, you know, a red carpet event or just every day. A mask and try and get a bit more sleep. you know, but it's the same basic thing. And for me, I feel more confident on the red carpet, you know, and we're in a digital age when everyone zooms in, and that can make you feel incredibly self-conscious in those environments, but I care much less about that than I did 15 years ago.
Yes, and you never failed us on the red carpet. Have you decided on your dress yet?
Well, I'm in a fortunate position where it's one of two, and I'll just decide on the day, and it's fun. It's got to be fun. You know, that's the frothy fun part of the business. So anything that you can do with your skincare regime, you know, have a massage, whatever it is, and sometimes have a glass of champagne, and then try and feel the best that you feel, and not worry about what other people think, because, you know, I don't dress to please other people.
Already having 2 Oscar statuettes at home, do you still get nervous the moment right before the winner is announced?
Yeah, I don't know if it's nervous or excited, actually.
How do you feel? Yeah,
because it's,
what's in your mind?
To be in a room with so many people whose careers I've long admired, you are reminded in those moments. You think, gosh, you know, you may have been in the industry for 20 years as I have, but still you think, my God, I'm here. You know, and so I think it's a rush of excitement more than nerves.
Last year you presented the Best Actor Award to Eddie Redmayne, and I'm sure you know that this year he will be presenting the Best Actress Award.
I've already talked to him, and he said he's going to read my name out.
Yes, that's what I think too.
You know, I paid him I did that for him. His turn to do it for me.
Yes, finger crossed for you. Yes, that's what I think too. Okay, let's talk about the Best Actor category. Seems like a lot of people wish Leo can get it this year. What do you think?
Gosh, it's so hard, isn't it? Because the media often talks about these things like it's a horse race. And I think what Leo has done in this film, but in many, many films, I thought he was extraordinary in Wolf of Wall Street. What he did in Gatsby was wonderful. You know, what he did in Romeo and Juliet was fantastic. But then you look at what Michael Fassbender's done, what Eddie's done, you know. But to talk about the women, I mean, I think that it's, once again, it's a really extraordinary year for women in all categories. I think the interesting thing for me is, yet again, there are no female directors nominated, no female cinematographers. You know, I mean, I think they're the moments where that aspect of the destiny for women needs to start shifting, I think.
Yes, we need to work harder. Yeah, thank you very much for your time.
We appreciate it more. We work very hard.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Do come to Hong Kong soon.
Thank you. Yes.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.